I caught up with the Moody Trojans on Thursday afternoon. They were indoors trying to escape the wet weather, and I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Curiel about the all-out team effort that it's taken for the Trojans to stay in the playoff hunt and some of the role players on this Moody Trojan team. Here at Moody High School, talking with head baseball coach Joe Curiel. And Coach, let's talk about, you're in a push right now for a playoff spot. You guys kind of middle of the pack, trying to make your way out of there, and it's, you had your ups and downs, that's for sure. But in that, I mean, you realize that it takes more than just 9 guys. I mean, you got to have some role players that come in, and those spots are people don't realize how important it is, for those kids that come in and they play a role and they've got to do their job when their number gets called. And so let's talk about how important it is for you guys to have those kinds of players on the team.
It's important. Like I told these guys, it's the role play that everyone has. So I talk to one individually, and they have their role. So coming in as from pitchers to hitters, to being on the DH spot, to being that relief pitcher and starting pitcher. So it's very important to guys to be ready, and that's what they're doing. To get ready for the team.
And let's talk about some guys individually, Coach. Some guys who have taken on those roles and have come in big spots and done some big things for you guys. And let's start with a couple of guys that are relief pitcher and also kind of gets left out sometimes, the running game. You have some guys that do some courtesy running, and that is an important part of your game specifically. You guys like to put guys in motion, make things happen. So let's talk first about Jojo Escobedo, and a young man that comes in, and he's done some relief pitching for you, and he came in a big spot last week and got some, ate up some innings and did some, I believe, no runs. I don't even think he gave up a hit. And how important have guys like Jojo been for you?
Jojo came in there, as knowing, and he's an infielder also, but he knows his role right now as a pitcher. To come in there and either he's a starter, but as a reliever right now, he's coming in there to pound the strike zone. Good pitch location. For one, all his pitches are great in command right now. And then that's his role, and he's very excited and very humble. The kid's he doesn't talk much, but he gets the job done. Very important to have Jojo coming in relief and doing his job.
And let's talk about a young man that has done a lot of running for you this season, and that's Isaac Vidal. And that, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, has been an important part of your game. You guys like to put runners in motion, and to be able to put a young man out there and trust him, on the base pass. How important has Isaac been for you?
Isaac taking that role to be that courtesy runner, pinch runner, but right now majority is that courtesy runner, either for a catcher or pitcher, but he knows that role, and with his speed, yes, we do. We put a lot of hit and runs and stealing bases with him, but that's what he wants and he likes, and but that's a great opportunity to have that kid coming out from the dugout and ready to go, and knowing his role is very important.
Here at Moody High School, talking with senior Jojo Escobedo and junior Isaac Vidal. And guys, you guys are kind of a middle of the pack team right now, right? Trying to make a push and get a playoff spot. And it takes more than 9 guys, though. And you guys, a couple of the role players on this team, and let's talk about that. Jojo, let's start with you, a senior, and got some big innings for the Moody Trojans when they needed you in relief. And tell me how important that role has been.
It's been pretty important. I just try to go out there and just get as many outs as I can for the team.
And Isaac, your role this season, for most of the season, courtesy runner, pinch runner, and that's a pretty important spot too. If you don't know what you're doing out there on the base paths, and then you guys can't score runs. So talk to me about that role and how you've really taken that role on.
It's definitely, some people take it for granted for sure. It's a role-playing spot. It's very, I don't know how to explain it, but you always got to be locked in. It's hard kind of warming up in the beginning in warm-ups, and then you got to wait till that person gets on base. And by that time you're close. You always got to be locked in, And it's important to stay locked in with the signs and anywhere or anything you need to do.
I visited the Carroll Tigers at practice on Wednesday afternoon and talked with head coach David Marcelo about some of the folks that inspired him as a young ball player and have helped shape his coaching career. I also got to talk to some of the Tigers about the successes that they've had here as of late and what it's going to take to keep them in that playoff hunt. Here at Carroll High School, talking to head coach David Marcelo. Hey, Coach, let's do things a little bit different today, and we didn't really get a chance. I mean, last year, your first year here with Carroll, and we all know how that went, and we didn't get a whole lot of opportunity to talk with you, so we really didn't get a chance to introduce you to the folks, so let's do a little bit of that today. And Coach, tell us where you went to school, where you played ball.
Well, I'm originally from upstate New York, and I've been living down here about 21 years now, so I keep asking my wife, when do I get my official, native Texan card, but she tells me I gotta wait for that. But yeah, I grew up upstate New York. It's the Northeast, and it's pro baseball is the way up there. So everybody grows up either Yankee, Mets, or Red Sox fans. So it's pretty rowdy up there. But I grew up in the old school model of baseball, Little League through Babe Ruth leagues, Mickey Mantle, Connie Mack, Legion type stuff. So I had that whole background that's unfamiliar to kids nowadays, with the travel ball and select team stuff. So a little bit different upbringing. So I always have that older perspective at times about what it was like back in the day.
And Coach, let's talk about some of the guys that maybe influenced you in those early years, and maybe some of the guys that have influenced you in your coaching style as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, you go back to those Little League days. We had some, that was the days of, it was the true volunteer guy or the guy that'd been around town for a long time. And we had a smaller town in New York, Rotterdam, New York, where pretty rich baseball tradition. But a couple of guys really stood out. Paul Battolino and Dave D'Agostino were two of the guys that consistently brought, especially the 8-9-year-old kids in, and really taught them the game, how to have enjoyment for the game, but also really breed that competition into you. I remember 12-year-old all-stars, taking double practices leading up to the games, and Coach D'Agostino take fungo. He'd be about the Little League mound, and we'd be all at our infield positions. He'd just be hammering your balls and telling you, chest it up, you knock it down, pick it up, throw it. I don't care where it hits, you throw it. It's only gonna hurt if you don't make the out, kind of deal. So those guys kind of ingrained that toughness in you. As you go forward, your high school coaches are always important to you. Matt George is a guy that I looked up to, a good quality history teacher guy, loved baseball. His big thing was the Civil War, so he always kind of had like a war strategy to the baseball mentality. And as you move forward, you played with your same guys from the time you were 8 years old through high school. I didn't play with different guys till I got to college. I went to a college summer league team. But to this day, still, one of the guys that really influenced me the most as far as how I look at the game and relationship building and the aggressiveness of my college coach at St. Rose, which is Bob Bellizzi, late Bob Bellizzi. He started the program at St. Rose and, built it from, in essence, a club team to a Northeast powerhouse that went to the NAI World Series in '89 and then got to the Junior Division II World Series about 10 years later. So it was a constant program at the Division II level. It was awesome. So he's one of those guys. Moving down here, I spent 3 years as a junior college coach outside of New York City. So you got a lot of, things that way, a lot of, influences. You talked to a lot of the, D1 coaches in that corridor. It's a different mix, Northeast baseball versus Southern baseball. I spent 3 years in Australia. I got to work with the Olympic coach over there at the time, right around the 2000 Olympics. That was pretty awesome. He had been a minor league coach of the Orioles, and he was Olympic coach leading to the 2000 Olympics, Mike Young. And then moving down here in 2000, I got to work with some great guys at various high schools. I'm sure you'll leave some people out if I try to name everybody, but there's some guys that I still talk to all the time that I lean on for support, not just for baseball stuff, but for how to get through certain things and navigate different things that we go through as coaches. So, but almost would be too many to mention at times. And of course, you got to try to look at the guys at the next level that are successful, whether it be a college baseball coach like a Corbin, those kind of guys, or even look at Nick Saban or Dabo Sweeney, like how they build relationships with their guys, because those things are universal in the sport and dealing with guys of our age group.
And how important do you think it has been here? That was the first thing that you and I talked a little bit about it last year. You coming in fresh and kind of late in the game, sort of thing, and having to build those new relationships with these kids. How important has that been, building that foundation last year, coming into this year, and what you guys have been able to do?
It was hard. Last year was very difficult. Getting over here. After being 10 years at TM, coming here. It's a much different model over here at Corpus Christi ISD, but Carroll is a traditional power across the board, and this was like such a big, desire of mine to be here and be part of this program and the history of this program. But it was difficult because you didn't get a chance to spend the amount of time that you like to do with these guys, and you missed out on the senior class in essence. Like I've said to our coaches, we talk about, younger guys. We miss a lot of practice time with our young guys. So that's a lot where you build relationships. You don't build relationships during the games. You build those things on practice days and sitting around before practice and after practice trying to get a feel for your guys. And that's one thing I've really tried to focus on the past 5-6 years of my coaching career, is really building that. And even if it's just sitting around and talking to a kid, how you feel today? What's up? What's going on? How'd class go today? Even if it doesn't have to be baseball stuff. And 9 out of 10 times that kid's going to open up to you and tell you some stuff that are on his mind that may give him a breath of fresh air to be able to talk about it. So that's what I missed the most last year. But this year we started in August with that extra time we got from UIL for the strength conditioning and sport-specific stuff. It just seemed like it just multiplied on the daily about how the relationship was growing and the trust factor that the guys had with me. Because it's really more about that. Those guys understand what I'm trying to do and what I'd like to see happen for them. So like I said, it's not really about me. It's always about them. So we built that up a lot quicker, and I think we made up for lost time. And I think now, even though we still have the ups and downs of the season, we've getting the fruits of that relationship. These guys know where I'm coming from, that when I critique them or get on them, it's coming from a place of love and where I want them to be successful. So they understand that, and I think they're taking that and they're running with it right now, and it's great to see.
And Coach, let's talk a little bit about the ups and downs of the season. And you guys, there were some downs in the beginning, right? And then you guys got it rolling, went on a 4-game win streak. And some big wins for you guys, got you right back in the mix. And last night in a dogfight with the Ray Texans, and didn't come out your way at the end of the day. But I know you're happy with the effort that you got from a lot of these guys, and you got the Moody Trojans coming up. So let's talk a little bit about Moody and what you expect to see from them second time around.
Yeah, no doubt, Jake. I mean, it's been rough this whole year. You got guys out of lineup and different kind of things for different times. You don't really have that cohesive unit you thought you'd get. But the guys we've had here that have been in it day in and day out, they are a tight group, and they've pulled for each other. And when guys aren't in the lineup, they're pulling for the guys that are in it. And as we get healthier, we start to see a little bit, more growth. But we've got a chance to play a lot of guys, get them a lot of experience in this district, and that's been great. I mean, last night was a heartbreaker and a tension-filled game. If you're a baseball fan, you like pitching battles, that was the one to be at last night. I mean, both pitchers were dealing. Defenses made, the plays they had to make at different times. It just came down to who got the ball in play at the right time. And that's baseball. That's we talked about today. It's just those things happen. Sometimes you hit the ball, on the nose right at a guy. Other times you check swing and get yourself a double. It's baseball. As our focus now is getting today and tomorrow when at work and be ready for those Moody Trojans, because that's somebody we've got to really lock it in against if we want to take that next step up the ladder. So we know it's going to be a tough game. They're coming off. They had the opening game last night, so they got to get an extra day of practice in and get that scout done and really get ready to rock. So we're going to see how it's going to go. We're going to bring our best effort, and we're going to let the chips fall where they may.
Here at Carroll High School, talking with Easton Hewitt, JJ Bush, and Diego Cardenas, and we're talking a little bit about defense. We were talking about defense before we got rolling, and let's start there. Let's talk to Easton a little bit, third baseman, and Easton, I've seen you play over there, and there's one of the top third basemen in my opinion here in the district, and it's fun to watch you play over there. But talk to me about how important defense has been, especially through the 4-game win streak, how important defense has been and how important it's going to be to have good defense to get you guys back on track in the winning column.
Yes, sir. The defense, it's nothing usual. We just been working on it. The first games, it wasn't really that good, and then we just kept working, and then we just kept being. The word is consistency, being more consistent on defense, throwing, fielding, and everything.
And JJ, talk to me about hitting. Last night, 3 for 4 in that ball game, and how important has it been to get the sticks rolling, especially during that 4-game streak, and for you guys to be successful going forward? How important is it going to be for you guys to keep that offense rolling?
Every time one of us gets a hit, it just gets the dugout rolling and everybody goes crazy. And started off 3 innings for us last night. We got another runner on, and we were just doing pretty good. A couple bad outs. We're good.
And how important do you think it's going to be to keep that going? I mean, you guys during that win streak that you had, I mean, really hitting the ball really, really well, seeing the ball well. How important is that going to be going forward?
It's great. As long as we keep on putting runs on the board, we're going to be the best team that we are.
And Diego, talk to me about the chemistry, especially during this little run that you guys have had. How is the chemistry? Do you feel like the chemistry has changed any? And what is the chemistry like right now in the dugout?
I feel like the chemistry has changed. The whole team, even the dugout, we've been locked in every game. These past few games, the bench has been very loud. Especially when we're hitting, our whole team's very loud. Everybody's locked in, and we all have that team chemistry together. Because once we're rolling. Nobody can stop us.
And JJ, talk to me. You're a senior this year. Talk to me. Just what has it been like? You know, with all things considered, how last season got cut short on you guys. Just tell me, what's the feeling just to be able to play baseball again?
It's great. We love it. We love being out here every day, Monday through Saturday. Every day is a new day, and we love it.
Diego, what would you say, senior as well?
We love it. To play this whole season, baseball's back. We love it, loving every second of it that we're out here and playing district games.
And Easton, a sophomore, and tell me something maybe that you have learned from these guys, from this senior bunch, that you're going to carry with you into next season.
It's all about working hard. This whole senior class, they've been working hard because they didn't get that last year. And so we just been trying to work hard, trying to get in that playoff spot.
And guys, what would you say, what has Carroll baseball taught you that you will carry on to the next level? Let's start with you, JJ.
Compete. You got to compete every play. Every time the pitcher throws a ball, you're on your toes, balls at your feet, we're competing.
And Diego, what would you say?
Ever since my freshman year, just to compete and work hard every day. So nothing comes easy. You have to compete, play hard every time you play.
Good evening, high school baseball fans, and welcome out to Cabinets Field. Been a muggy day today, but we're going to get some baseball in, it looks like, and we're certainly excited about that because we've got two really good ball games on tap for you tonight. Jake Vasquez, joined by Justin Perales, the Double J, back in the booth.
Back together.
Good to have you back, my friend. And like I said, two great ball games we have for you guys on tap. This first one is the Carroll Tigers hosting the Moody Trojans, a couple of middle-of-the-pack teams pushing for a playoff spot. And, you know, Justin, kind of crazy to say put Carroll in that middle of the pack because, I mean, what a difference a couple of weeks makes, because just a couple of weeks ago these guys were 0-6 in district play, and it just did not look good for the Tigers. They get a couple of people healthy, and, man, they have turned this thing around.
Yeah, definitely scratching and crawling to get out of that last spot, and found themselves on a 4-game win streak. I believe going to the last game before they lost to the Ray Texans, but I mean some big wins too, not just normal wins, but yeah, they definitely gave themselves a shot to get that 4th spot. So these two teams are going to battle it out here.
Yeah, for the Carroll Tigers in that win streak, they got a win against Victoria West, started the win streak, 6-2 win over the Warriors, and then they beat King. 6-2 was the final in that one as well. And then a big win over Victoria East, 12-5. That's when they really got the bats going. And then probably the biggest win in that streak was the last win, 10-0 in 5 innings over the Gregory Portland Wildcats. And, you know, like a statement win right there for them. And then for the Tigers, they faced on Tuesday. They faced the Ray Texans, and it was a dogfight. We were not here. I was at another dogfight. But, you know, a 2-0 loss to the Ray Texans. The Ray Texans scoring late in that ball game, and I believe they scored on an error. So, you know, a great ball game. They had two guys going at it, dueling, two pitchers on the mound for both of those teams, and unfortunately for the Tigers, they did not get the win in that one. Broke the win streak, but, you know, talking to Coach Marcelo and talking to those guys earlier in the week, they're ready to go, man. They want to get back in the win column, and they want to do it tonight. And on the other side, we've got the Moody Trojans, another middle-of-the-pack team, and they've had their ups and downs as well. So let's get you the record for the Carroll Tigers before we move on to Moody. So for Carroll, overall 13-11-1, 4-7 in district play, and right now the Carroll Tigers tied with King for the 6th spot in District 29 5A. We'll go over the district standings here in a bit. Let's talk a little bit about the Moody Trojans. 15-9 overall, 4-6 in district play, and they are sitting alone in the 5th place spot underneath the Flower Bluff Hornets, and that is who they will face on Tuesday. So they've got the Hornets coming up. But tonight it's the Carroll Tigers, and I know nobody's looking past anybody anymore, Justin.
No, especially we talked about it all year. This crazy district that we have here with 29-5A. It's a dogfight every single game. Every coach, you hear it every time they talk. It's anybody can beat anybody on any given day, and we've seen it. So it makes for good baseball down here in South Texas, like it always is, and it makes it a lot of fun for us.
Yeah, we say it all the time, and we're pretty lucky to be able to see this caliber of baseball on a daily basis, and it is the truth, and that's exactly how we feel in this district. It just kind of proves us right, with all these teams in the mix. And like I said, it wasn't but 2 weeks ago when there's no way I would have said that Carroll could have done what they did, but I'll tell you what. They knew they could.
Yeah, and I kind of talked to it. We talked off the air about it. I told everybody just they got to get DJ Dudley in there, and once they get him in there, they're going to win some ball games. And the guy's been phenomenal. I mean, obviously he's not pitching tonight. He pitched on Tuesday, but he got the tough loss in that one. I think the guy's only given up 2-3 runs in his 4 or 5 starts he's had since he's come back. So, and then you mix in Christian Martinez as well back in that lineup,
right.
And that just shows the run they went on. So, like you said, you can't take nobody lightly in this district.
And what it seemed like with the Tigers is when they got Dudney back, when they got Martinez back, they just got this swag. And it didn't matter if Dudney was on the mound because, I mean, Matridis has gotten some big wins for them in this little streak, in this little run that they've gone on. So, they're walking a little bit different over there on Tiger Lane.
That's usually how it goes. You get a couple of wins under your belt and you start believing, like you said, you start believing in your team and start believing in everybody, and it all comes together. I've seen some teams have some rough starts like that and then just make a run. Some teams make a run deep into the playoffs. It's just how it works in baseball. It's a game of momentum, and right now Carroll Tigers come in with a lot of momentum. So the Trojans, on the other hand, have kind of been off and on, taking some tough losses, competed in every ball game this year, just haven't been able to, like they say, they're knocking on the door, they haven't been able to knock that door down yet.
Yeah, another team that they are hungry for a win tonight. They play again tomorrow against the Veterans Memorial Eagles. So this is definitely a win that they want to get. They want to put it in their back pocket because they hope to be in a dogfight tomorrow in a game where maybe they could get a win because the Eagles on a tough run right now, and pitching is going to be. They may not have the guys that they would want out on the mound tomorrow. Now, the other thing that might play a factor tomorrow is the same thing I thought might play a factor today, and that's the weather. So, the weather may play a factor as to whether or not we get those ball games in tomorrow. So,
best thing about that is we got a turf field, so
yeah,
we can roll. They can do a little more things than they can, like say Flower Bluff or Gregory Portland's field, that they don't have the turf there at their field. Victoria only has turf infield, so yeah, so definitely we get a better chance. But you're definitely right. It looks, it's real dark out here already. So
yeah, so far just some drizzle, and even that was just barely. So hopefully we'll be able to get the ball game in tonight. We're hopeful, and the front is not supposed to come in until much later tonight. So hopefully we get it all in here, and it's a little bit muggy, so Justin and I can get our good sauna treatment going on here.
We also seen too, Jake, the CCISD being able to push games later in the day to kind of work around those. We're not assuming anything, so don't.
No.
I'm not making that. I am making this up. Like it could happen as far as pushing the games back later in the day if we have to. So.
No, it's funny that you mentioned that. That was the talk up in the booth, was that there's a possibility that exactly what you said, they could push those games further back if they need to. And for the very reason that you mentioned, Justin, they can cover up the mound and the rest of the field is turf. You know, they can let it ride out the storm, so to speak, and then just, get it in a little bit later. Right now the game's scheduled for 12 and 2:30, so they've got plenty of time to be able to move those games around. And
got until midnight, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Game has to end at midnight, so on a Saturday night, so.
Absolutely.
A weekday, we've seen it before, Jake.
Oh, we
have.
Playoff
game, I think, I believe it was my sophomore year during the swine flu time. We played I think we started our game about 11:15, 11:30 maybe at night. The first pitch, it was nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
I do remember that as well. I remember that. It was insane just trying to get a game in, man, and the other team was willing, and let's go. Let's do
We
it.
had to play 2 playoff games in 1 week, so it was play now or don't. I mean, you know what I mean? Or it was we're short on time, so.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I do remember that. It was. Hopefully that's not the case
No,
tomorrow,
not at all, no. We've been off for a while, or the Trojans been off for a while. I know you got to call a game the other day. I personally haven't called a game since. I honestly don't even remember the last game I called.
Trying to remember.
Might have been
too.
Victoria East and Moody. So it's been a good little
been a
break
little
for me.
while.
I had to take a little break away, but I'm back and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock.
And we are ready to go, and we're ready to rock here as well. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get you some starting lineups for both of these teams. And Justin, I'll let you take it away with the visiting team, the Moody Trojans.
Yeah, leading off will be the center fielder, number 8, AJ Hernandez. Batting second, the second baseman, number 12, Derek Hernandez. Batting third will be the shortstop, number 21, Aiden Gonzalez. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 22, Damian Sanchez. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 23, James Pedales. Batting sixth will be the left fielder, number 3, Roman Rodriguez. Batting seventh will be the catcher, number 27, Chris Escamilla. Batting eighth will be the designated hitter, number 14, John Everett. And batting ninth will be the third baseman, number 9, Joshua Gonzalez.
And again, the Moody Trojans 15-9 overall, 4-6 in district play.
Also forgot the pitcher. Tonight's pitcher, John Everett, will be batting for number 19, Marley Bernal.
Yeah, we don't want to forget that guy.
Forget that guy.
He's pretty important right there. And so again, the Moody Trojans 15-9 overall, 4-6 in district play under the direction of head coach Joe Curiel. And let's get you the starting lineup for the Carroll Tigers. Leading things off will be the center fielder, number 20, Gilbert Gonzalez. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 9, J.J. Bush. Bush will bat for the second baseman, number 21, Trey Estrada. Batting third, third baseman, number 19, Easton Hewitt. In the cleanup spot, first baseman, number 22, Diego Cardenas. Batting fifth and on the mound, number 8, Nick Matrides. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 3, E.J. Cantu. Batting seventh for the Tigers, shortstop, number 10, Christian Martinez. In the 8-hole, it's the catcher, number 12, Dave Palomo. And batting ninth, left fielder, number 2, Chris Chavez. Tigers coming in 13-11-1 overall, 4-7 in district play. So they are going to probably get rolling here with the starting lineups here at the ballpark. So we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll bring you guys the national anthem. Y'all don't go anywhere. Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Staple Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Staple Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas Athletics. Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust. Lithia Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram.
Johnny Luna with Auto Nation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. Auto Nation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live.
Come and get sold and rolled.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid.
Finishing up the starting lineups here, I want to welcome you back to the Staple Street Meat Market broadcast booth. This is our Z-Bart pregame show. Let's get you some numbers for the Carroll Tigers. Nick Petrides is on the mound for the Tigers, and Nick is 4-6 on the season, a 4.54 ERA. He has allowed 45 runs, 29 earned on 73 hits, 6 walks, 24 strikeouts, 44 2/3 innings pitched. So Petrides on the mound for the Carroll Tigers. And we will pause briefly to bring you the national anthem.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we call your attention to the flag flying over center field, a symbol of our great nation. Let us take this time to honor America. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelts.
3, 2, 1, 0.
It's game time.
Lift off.
So sit back and enjoy the ride right here on Blast Vision.
Welcome back to the Staple Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Peralez with you for the ride tonight. Couple of great ball games for you. This one, Carroll Tigers hosting the Moody Trojans, and in the nightcap, it is the Veterans Memorial Eagles hosting the Ray Texans. Another should be a great matchup, and those guys, these
Fighting
guys,
for the top right there.
yeah, these guys battling for a playoff spot. Those guys battling for perhaps the top spot in the district if things go Ray's way. The Ray Texans with a win tonight, they would be in a tie with the Veterans Memorial Eagles for the second spot, but if they could win the rest of their ball games and the regular Portland Wildcats win the rest of their ball games, they'll match up final game of district play for those two schools, playing for a chance to have perhaps a three-way split at the top. Yeah, it could get really crazy, Justin.
That's already been crazy, Jake. I mean, two teams that people didn't give much love to, the Flower Bluff Hornets and the Ray Texans, having a great season thus far, and yeah, a lot of people. I talked to Coach Wycombe the other day, and he said, yeah, I mean, we're people were sleeping on us, and we just keep going about our business and playing our game the way we play our games, and it's worked so far for them.
You can tell, that the Ray Texans, a team that really took that to heart as well. Hey, no one thought, after the season that we had, they put a pretty decent season
I think there's
last year.
one guy that did believe, and that's their head man, Orly Ruiz.
Absolutely.
He told us from the very beginning, we're gonna have a good season.
Absolutely.
Without a hesitation, and you've seen it so far. So we're about to get started here. AJ Hernandez will lead it off. It'll be Hernandez Gonzalez started off for the Trojans.
Nick Petrides again, the junior right-hander on the mound.
The first pitch going to be in there, called strike one. And we're underway here. First pitch, 5:36.
And again, I got you Petrides numbers in the pregame show.
0-1 pitch going to be hit into shallow left field. Chavez going to come in and make the play for out number one.
So one down, base is empty for second baseman Derek Hernandez.
Second baseman number 12, Derek Hernandez.
Derek leading the Trojans, hitting .382 on the season, 26 for 68.
He's come on strong of late.
Yes, he has. 3 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, 12 runs driven in, a team high 24 runs scored for the junior second baseman.
That first pitch going to be in there, called strike one. Petrides doing what he does, starts off early with the strike. Oh, 1 pitch going to be fouled back. Yeah, Jake, I feel like we haven't called that many Carroll games this year, but I feel like every time we do, Petrides is pitching, and he definitely likes to work ahead in the count. Nothing overpowering, but throws a lot of strikes and works from ahead.
And from what I can recall, a lot of first pitch strikes for the young man.
As that 0-2 pitch going to be hit out in the center field, that ball's going to split the gap. Derek Hernandez is going to get to second base, sliding there. So it'll be a 1-out double there for Derek Hernandez.
The young man stays hot for Moody. So now a runner in scoring position with 1 out. And another young man who's come on as of late, and that is junior shortstop Aiden Gonzalez to the plate.
Yeah, young man kind of stayed towards the bottom of the lineup, pretty much 7 through 9. I think he found himself 1 or 2 games in the 9-hole, and then just something clicked for the young man, and he started getting things going.
Batting .344, 22 hits and 64 at-bats, 4 doubles, 4 runs driven in.
First pitch going to be hit out in the right center. Gonzalez giving chase. That is going to get over the right fielder's head, going to split the gaps again. So back-to-back doubles, going to get the Trojans on the board early. The young man, those 2 guys have been doing that together for a long time.
So the Trojans on the board, 1-0 here in the top of the first, 1 down. And Damian Sanchez to the plate, senior right fielder.
Yeah, a young man that had to take some time off as well, and he's back in the lineup, back with the team. And
going back to Aiden and Derek, there's the one thing I will tell you. I visit these schools almost weekly, and I'll see those 2 young men in the cages by themselves when practice is over, just putting in work.
That first pitch can be hit to the second baseman. Second baseman Estrada going to backhand it, make the throw over to first in time for out number 2, excuse me.
Does move the runner Aiden Gonzalez over to third base, so still kind of get the job done right there. Productive out anyway.
2 down, 1 on.
And that's going to bring up the first baseman, number 23, James Perales.
First pitch can be grounded to second base. Second baseman going to hit off his glove. Perales is going to get there in time, so a run will score on the air by the second baseman Estrada. Ball wasn't hit too hard, but
and we've said it a ton of times that,
as Coach Marcelo talks about every time, is the first thing that comes out of his mouth is we got to play clean defense, and that's maybe not the start he wanted. So Roman Rodriguez will step up. First pitch going to miss up for ball 1. That's the first word that comes out of every coach's mind. Every coach's mouth is got to play clean defense.
Absolutely.
1-0 pitch, going to miss outside for ball 2.
Roman, a young man who started hot, and he cooled off a little bit, batting .258, 14 hits and 54 at bats, 3 doubles, 8 runs driven in, and they dropped him a little bit in the lineup and hoping that maybe that'll help him out.
That 2-0 pitch going to catch the outside. Yeah, Jake, move a kid down and just kind of take a little bit of pressure off the young man. And we've seen it. We see it all the time, and you see it in the major leagues. They just move guys down, and it seems to work that way. So 2-1 pitch. Pedala's going to be on the move, and he's going to get all the way to third base on a base hit from Rodriguez. So Coach Gurriel getting some action going here.
Turf Monster got Rodriguez over there at first base, but it looks like he's okay.
Might have helped him out there. Hit the brakes. So runners at the corners. That'll bring up Chris Escamilla.
And that timeout is going to be called.
Coach Galan going to call timeout and just kind of slow his pitcher down here. That's something, Jake, that we've seen. Obviously, we call a lot of Moody games as well, and when they're doing things right is when they're getting people in motion, getting some action. Start Coach Gurriel creating things on the base path, and that's something that we've seen when they've had success, and when they don't do it or they don't have the chance to do it is when we've seen them struggle to produce some runs.
And on the pregame show, I got a chance this week was kind of a takes more than 9 theme at Moody High School, and got to talk to Isaac Vidal, one of the young men who does a lot of courtesy running, pinch running for them, and we talked a little bit about how important that running game is for them. And you're right, when they are doing things right, it's because their running game is on, whether it's hit and run or stealing bases. That's when they seem to really get things going. That gets their motor going.
First pitch, Escamilla going to be hit to the left side. Martinez is going to try to throw him out, not going to be in time, so it'll be an infield single, RBI there for Escamilla. He can run for a big guy.
Drives in another run for the Moody Trojans, so first and second with 2 outs, and a 3-0 Moody lead. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Jonathan Everett.
Another thing, too, Jake, that we had seen from the Trojans is kind of leave some meat on the bones, as they say, kind of get a run or, I'm going to run here, 2 runs, but never really had like a big inning early in the ball game. That we've seen how those early runs affect the team. That pitch is going to be grounded to the pitcher. Matri's going to pick it up, fire over to first in time for out number 3.
So for the Trojans here in the top of the first, 3 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 error and 2 men left on base. Our score, Moody 3, Carroll coming to bat when we come back. Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Staple Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Staple Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas athletics. Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust. Welcome back to the Staple Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Justin, we're going to leave the crowd mic off till the music stops. We'd love for you guys to enjoy it, but we keep getting flagged, and it's not such a fun thing to have happen to you.
Definitely not.
Staple Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales. We're headed to the bottom of the first inning. Tigers sending up the top of the order, Gonzalez, Bush, and Hewitt. Let's get you the defensive alignment for the Trojans. We forgot to do that for the Tigers. We'll get it, I promise. In the outfield, left to right, Rodriguez, Hernandez, and Sanchez. Perales at first, Hernandez at second, Aiden Gonzalez, the shortstop. Josh Gonzalez at third. Barley Bernal on the mound, and Chris Escamilla behind the dish. Get you some numbers for Marley here in a sec.
Gilbert Gonzalez had the wrong helmet on. Looked like he had a lefty helmet on, or maybe it was broken. Umpire reminding him.
Hey man,
umpires have your back. They gotta keep these guys safe.
It was like, son, you sure you want that helmet?
Yeah.
Let's get you some numbers here on Marley. Marley is 1-1 on the season, and 5 2/3 innings pitched. He has allowed 7 runs, 5 earned on 13 hits, 11 walks, and 19 strikeouts. 2.23 ERA for the tall right-hander, a junior, Marley Bernal. And now Gonzalez has the right helmet, and here we go. First pitch swinging, and that one is looped into the glove of second baseman Hernandez. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. So 1 down.
Bring up a very hot hitter here, Jake. We've seen this young man. I believe he had a 6 RBI game against Gregory Portland. Maybe 5. Still a lot.
5, 6, who's counting? First pitch from Bernal there is going to miss inside for ball 1. Let's get you some numbers on Bush. He's a senior, batting .390, 16 hits in 41 at-bats, 10 runs driven in, 7 doubles, and 2 triples for the young man. And Bernal misses low and inside, 2-0 the count.
Seemed like every time I watch this young man, he hits a double to left field.
Grounded sharply over to the first baseman, Perales, and down on one knee, he's going to make the grab and takes it himself 2-way.
2 down for the third baseman, number 19, Easton Hewitt.
So 2 outs, bases empty. Easton Hewitt to the plate. Sophomore third baseman for the Carroll Tigers. And man, he can play some defense, Justin.
Oh, definitely. Very good eye up at the plate, too. Was watching that pitch can be fouled back. I was watching the game on Tuesday, and I believe he had 4 walks. And all of them were 3-2 counts.
As we mentioned, just a sophomore. He's hitting .345 on the season, 19 for 55, 9 runs driven in, 3 doubles, 2 triples. And he takes a strike on the outer half, 0-2.
Just gotta say, Jake, the amount of good players we have that are only sophomores in this district is it's nuts. How good these guys are going to be in the future.
Swing and a miss, ball on the turf. Escamilla has to make the throw, and he does. So the Tigers go in order, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. 1 inning of play, and the Moody Trojans up 3-0. They will send up 9-1-2. Gonzalez, Hernandez, and Hernandez when we come back. Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. .361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales with the call for you. And let's hit the chat real quick. I want to say hello to a couple of folks who have hit us up on the chat. Jonathan Rodriguez checking in. My mom, Delia Dovalina, checking in as well. And Melanie Salinas just checking in right there. We appreciate you guys watching and checking in with us. Here we go, top of the second inning. And Josh Gonzalez at the plate.
That first pitch going to miss down for ball one.
Let's get you some numbers on the senior third baseman for Moody.
1-0 pitch can be hit hard up the middle. The ball's going to get through for a base hit. Should be a leadoff single there for Gonzalez.
Well, we'll get you some numbers on Gonzalez in his next at bat.
Guys aren't waiting around.
No. They're like, Jake, we got to go. Back to the top of the order for Moody, and A.J. Hernandez to the plate. And home plate umpire wants to talk to
maybe one of the players too far out of the dugout. Veteran umpire here.
AJ, a young man who has struggled early and has turned it up here later in the season.
We knew it was coming, Jake. We knew it wouldn't be long as he's going to bunt that one to the right side. Matridi's going to pick it up and throw it over to first. So sacrifice bunt there for AJ Hernandez.
You know what I like a lot about Nick Matrides is he's the kind of young man that, no matter what's going on, he just never seems like he's always got his emotions in check is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, the game doesn't speed up on him. Yeah, definitely.
You saw him right there, just take his time, no panic. I mean, he obviously he knows A.J. Hernandez can run. No panic whatsoever. Just pick it up, make a good step and make a good throw, and get the out. It's going to bring Derek Hernandez to the plate.
First pitch going to be in there, called strike. Matrides, young man who's pitched a lot of games this year already under his belt, so knows what to expect. Just got to keep his team in the ball game here. The 0-1 pitch going to be popped up high in the left side. Martinez going to camp under it. Going to make the catch for out number 2.
So Matrides gets 2 quick outs after the leadoff single. So 2 down. Gonzalez at second base for the batter, Aiden Gonzalez.
Yeah, Jake, you talk to pitchers and they say, give us some runs early. Just keep your team in the game and let them chip away, and that's what Matrides is going to try to do here. First pitch of Gonzalez going to miss outside for ball 1. Yeah, Jake, I kind of see what you're saying. Matrides very monotone, just kind of.
Yeah, just goes about his business kind of guy.
Even kill. That pitch is going to be hit out in the left field. Chavez going to make the play for out number 3.
So for the Trojans here in the top of the second, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, 3-0 Moody. You listen to Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
Johnny Luna with AutoNation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. AutoNation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Bottom of the second inning we go. It's a 3-0 ball game. Moody Trojans with the lead. But the Carroll Tigers come into the plate. They'll send up 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Cárdenas, Matrides, and Cantu.
First baseman, number 22, Diego Cárdenas.
Diego Cárdenas will lead things off for the Tigers. Senior first baseman wearing number 22. That's from the right side against the right-hander, Bernal. Marley from the windup. Here comes the first pitch, and there's a strike. Let's get you some numbers on Diego.
A lot of arms and legs coming at you with Marley
Yeah, for
Bernal.
sure.
I always forget how tall he is.
And that pitch is going to miss low and outside. For Cárdenas batting .246 coming in. 16 hits and 65 at bats. 5 runs driven in. Couple of doubles for the young man. 1-1 pitch is going to be fouled off. 1-2.
Try to hold up his swing there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
No, yes.
Just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. So it's 1-2. And Bernal delivers low. 2-2. Yeah, imagine facing a guy like Marley, like you said, all arms and legs right there. Imagine it probably looks a lot faster coming in than it might be. His arm's halfway there when he releases the baseball. Swing and a miss. 1 down.
One thing we've seen, Jake, is that Moody dugout kind of come alive here late, really getting after it.
Yeah, that is a big difference. That
you see a lot of the other teams. Carroll's always been like that.
That pitch fouled off.
Ray, they don't stop talking from the game before the pitch, before the first pitch, excuse me, of the game, and they just keep going and going and don't stop.
Yeah, not really used to seeing that from Moody early in the season, and it's been that way here the past couple of games, I guess. And yeah,
sometimes it takes some things happen during a game, after a game, and sometimes that's all it takes. It wake you up a little bit. Dugout's a big part of the team.
And there for strike 2, and a couple of the teams that I've talked to this season, that was actually one of the things that they mentioned about themselves. The Carroll Tigers, one of those teams that mentioned that, our dugout, they're always in it, and we got to keep them in it, and that's what's helped us win some ball games. The Toloso Midway Warriors, same thing. They talked about the dugout and how same thing, man. When we're winning ball games, our dugout is in it. They're in it with us. And that pitch is going to be fouled off. We'll do it again at 1-2. But that's along the lines of the theme for the week was kind of like takes more than 9. And you talk about those role players and the fact that, you want those guys rooting for the guys on the field. You want it to be an all-out team effort. And a lot of these teams, you talk to them, and that's what they get from their guys on the bench. That one's going to be lifted high into foul territory, and Damian Sanchez, the right fielder, will make the grab in foul territory.
Damian,
2 down.
He's a big kid, but we've seen him since his freshman year. He can track balls down there, Jake, with the best of them. Not going to wow you with any speed or anything like that, but gets really good jumps and
gets it done.
Yeah.
Gets it done.
He's another kid that stretched out. I believe his hair made him about 3 feet taller.
EJ Cantu, the next batter, and the first pitch from Bernal going to miss up for ball 1. Yeah, the hair is, that's the thing, huh?
I don't want to take my hat off because mine's definitely not that long, but it's getting there.
And 1-0 pitch is going to miss low, 2-0.
Yeah, you see a lot of hair in this district. A lot of kids, some unique
dudes, man.
Yeah, it's the new style.
Yeah, 2-0 pitch, foul back.
It usually starts up in the MLB and kind of just trickles down to college and then to high school, and
it seems to be right. Whatever those guys are doing.
I mean, my nephew has a Josh Donaldson haircut. He's 6 years old or 5 years old, so.
2-1 pitch, here it comes, and that one is going to be grounded to Hernandez at second. Gobbles it up, fires to first, and again, Bernal retiring the Tigers in order. No runs, hits, or errors. No one left on base. So 2 innings of play, and it's 3-0 Trojans. They will send up 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Sanchez, Perales, and Rodriguez. Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Staple Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Staple Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas Athletics.
Welcome back to the Staple Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez, Justin Perales, good call for you tonight. And we are in the top of the third, this game moving right along. Top of the third inning, Sanchez, Perales, and Rodriguez, that's how they'll send them up. Trojans with a 3-0 lead.
Treaty's back to work here. First pitch to Sanchez, going to catch the outside corner for strike one.
You mentioned that the during the break, the Carroll Tigers do have someone warming in the pen.
It's tough time in the district right now. Played a lot of games in a very condensed time. That pitch going to be hit hard into right field. Right at the right fielder. That ball was hit very, very hard there, Jake.
Yeah, sometimes you can hit it. You heard, actually, I'm about to quote Coach Marcelo over in the Carroll dugout. Sometimes you hit it right on the nose and you hit it right at somebody. And sometimes you swing yourself a double.
Yep, that's how it goes. That's baseball. It's a cruel game. You do everything right and still not do it right.
James Perales, the next batter for the Moody Trojans with 1 out, bases empty.
Ball's going to be hit to second base. Second baseman Estrada going to pick it up. Throw it over to first for out number 2. So making quick work here.
Brings up left fielder number 3, Roman Rodriguez.
2 up, 2 down for Roman Rodriguez. Roman with a base hit his first time up. Singled through the right side.
First pitch in there, called strike one. Matreaty's doing what he does, throwing strikes. Gotta like those pitchers, Jake. Just trust your defense, throw strikes. Like I said, just trust your defense on everything. That ball's going to be fouled off. Sometimes you see pitchers trying to be too good with their command and everything, and they end up walking more people than what they want. So Matreaty's not that kind of guy. Lets them put it in play, lets them beat themselves.
Yeah, definitely a pound the strike zone kind of guy. And every coach I've talked to, those are the guys they want.
Yeah, no, definitely. That pitch is going to be hit out in the left field. Chavez is going to give chase. Going to make the play for out number 3. The Trojans 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on. As we head into the bottom of the third inning, you're listening to Blast Vision Live.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust. Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Autotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales, Double J, back on the mic and back in action here. Couple of 29 5A ball games for you this evening. This first ball game, the Carroll Tigers hosting the Moody Trojans, and in the nightcap, we've got the Veterans Memorial Eagles hosting Ray. So a couple of good ball games on tap. In this one, we are in the bottom of the third. Trojans with a 3-0 lead. Marley Bernal back out on the mound, and he will face 7, 8, 9 in the Tiger order. Martinez, Palomo, and Chavez. Christian Martinez, first pitch swinging, and he gets himself a shot into the corner in left, and it's going to be a loud single. As Rodriguez, left fielder, got to it quickly, but first base hit,
Jake,
notched for the Tigers.
We've been seeing that young man play since he was a freshman at Carroll. And I remember talking to Coach Mendoza when he was there. He's like, this is our guy. Threw him in the fire as a freshman at shortstop, and I'm glad to see the young man back doing well, everything that's gone on. We're happy to see him back out here.
Absolutely. And speaking of freshmen, this young man, Dave Palomo, just a freshman, starting catcher for the Carroll Tigers, and he takes a pitch low and outside, 1-0 the count. So here come the Tigers.
I almost feel like Christian's been there for 10 years. It almost feels like.
Pitch swung on and missed. Throw down to first base, not in time. So 1-1 to count on Palomo. Young catcher batting .326 for the Tigers, 15 for 46. A couple of doubles and a triple, and he fouls one back. 12 runs driven in for Palomo.
Takes some big swings like he's a big guy. Plays a lot bigger than what he looks. Done a good job behind the plate. It's tough to be a freshman and catching. Tough to catch, period.
Agreed. 1-2 the count. Here comes the pitch in the dirt. Escamilla does a good job right there. Keeps it at his feet. Keeps Martinez at first base, but the count evens up. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Palomo. Bernal steps off. Bernal spins, fires over to first base. Not the A move, definitely not the A move. The B move,
sure hope not.
Kinda just lobbed it over there. Here comes the pitch, and misses low with it. Full count.
You see Tay squatting down even lower than he already is. He's drinking that strike zone there.
Three-two pitch, foul back. Palomo staying alive.
These Tigers just trying to get guys on for that top of the lineup. Their first 2 hitters could easily be their 3-4 hitter.
Another 3-2 pitch, and that one is going to be lifted right side, slicing towards foul territory, coming over Sanchez. Came a long way, just could not get to it. That one drops. No one able to get to it. 3 Trojans over there. Perales, Sanchez, and Hernandez. All 3 trying to get there, but it's going to drop in foul territory. And what an at bat right here by the freshman.
Staying alive. Damon Sanchez ran a long way there. Had to fix his hair.
So another 3-2 pitch coming up. Comes, and it's going to miss up. So how about Palomo? Works to walk, and now for the Tigers, runners at first and second for 9-hole hitter Chris Chavez. They will have a runner for the catcher. Looks like number
23?
23, I believe you are correct.
Couldn't see 23. That would be B. Cruz.
So Cruz
couple
at
Cruzes
first.
on the team.
Yeah, Cruz at first. Martinez at second. Chris Chavez at the plate, the left-hander. Spins and fires over to second base. Aiden Gonzalez was covering, but Martinez back in safely.
Courtesy runner at first base, number 23, Ben Cruz.
Ben Cruz. Thanks for the assist there.
Corner infielders kind of on the infield green. Perales creeping in just in case. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be fouled off. So Chavez
not thinking about bunting there.
Not in that one. not on that pitch.
Sometimes you'll see a coach give his hitter one before they call the bunt. We'll see if that's the case.
So 0-1 to count. No outs here in the bottom of the third. Bernal comes set. Here comes the pitch. Escamilla trying to stick it right there, but home plate umpire said it missed. So 1-1 to count. So Escamilla hold the glove right there, giving the umpire a good look.
Similar pitch to the last batter. He did not call that as well. So
1-1 pitch, grounded, right side, gonna get through for a base hit, and Coach Marcelo gonna hold Martinez at third base, but that's gonna load him up for the Tigers and back to the top of the order.
Here they come, Jake.
Bases full of Tigers for the center fielder, number 20, Gilbert Gonzalez.
The senior Gilbert Gonzalez to the plate.
Just what I was talking about, Jake. They're trying to get those guys on for these two hitters.
Yeah, Gonzalez and Bush. And Bernal starts him off with a strike. Yeah, Gonzalez and Bush, they definitely like traffic on the bases.
Yeah, they seem to thrive, with runners in scoring position.
0-1 pitch. That one's going to miss outside. 1-1. So Bernal and the Trojans in a bit of a jam right here. Nobody out. Bases full of Tigers. Chavez at first. Cruz at second. Martinez at third. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Had a good feel for that slider early on, Jake.
And the 1-2 pitch gonna miss low. Throw down to second base. Not in time. Gonzalez hit the ball hard his first time up. Lined it right into the glove of Hernandez. 2-2 pitch, here it comes. Ground ball, left side. Fielded by Gonzalez, over to second for one, on to first base, not in time. So they force Chavez over at second base, so fielder's choice, and a run will score as Martinez comes in to score. Cruz to third base. So first and third for the Tigers, and a 3-1 ball game. And here comes J.J. Bush.
Not sure even if Perales picks that ball that they're going to have him there. Gilbert, he's a big kid, but he can. I mean, obviously, he plays center field for his team. He can run.
Number 9, Jeremiah Bush.
It's going to be bang over there. Nice job, Aiden Gonzalez, just making sure that first one.
And that first pitch is going to get a piece of Bush, so that'll load him up again on a hit by pitch. Easton Hewitt to the plate. And Hewitt 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Bases loaded. Number 19, Easton Hewitt.
So Hewitt will dig in for the Tigers. Bush at first, Gonzalez at second, Cruz at third. One down. Pitch on the way, and there's a strike.
see some action for the Trojans as well in their bullpen. So both teams.
Yeah, not going to take any chances, man. They both need this win, and saw some guys getting loose for the Tigers. Now for the Trojans with Bernal in a pickle here. 0-1 count, and Hewitt
got real quiet in here.
Comes the 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch.
Nice block there from Escamilla.
1-2. Yeah, did a good job. Moved the feet right there and kept it in front. So important with the runner over at third base. That's Cruz. 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be lifted into right field. Sanchez makes the grab, and the throw is going to go to air, mails it over, and that is going to score 2 runs and tie up the ball game on the errant throw by Sanchez in right. And for Bush all the way to third base, so a tie ball game. 2 down.
Put 4 on the scoreboard, but I believe it's still 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3.
22, Diego Cardenas.
Diego Cardenas to the plate. And the first pitch to Cardenas going to miss up. 1 ball, no strikes.
Thought for sure he had a play at home plate as well.
Saw him,
decided to go to third.
Yeah, saw him kind of look and then decided to throw it at third base, but just airmailed it over there. Fouled straight back, 1-1. The batter, Diego Cardenas. Cardenas 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That pitch in the turf. 2-1. See Hayden Gonzalez, junior shortstop, coming over and talk to his pitcher. And
we've seen him grow into that position, Jake. Being more of a leader. Young man doesn't talk very much to start with.
Right.
And then Derek Hernandez, but we've seen both of them kind of mature before our eyes. And
2-1 pitch, fouled off, right side, slicing, going to get out of play, so 2-2 the count. You know, you're going to get a chance to see those two guys. I did a pregame with them early in the season and talked with them yesterday, and separate, they're different, but together, they're very comfortable with each other. They've been playing baseball together since they were little kids, and they'll give a good pregame interview, some very insightful things they said. That pitch is going to be driven out to right field, going back. Sanchez is going to go over his head all the way to the wall. Bush will come in to score, rounding second and headed for third base. A stand-up triple for Diego Cardenas, and the Tigers have taken a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Combination of some base hits and a big error. And for the Tigers, it's translated into 4 runs.
it's usually how it goes, Jake. One mistake kind of turns a whole inning around.
And here comes Coach Curiel to the mound. And the Tigers, the first 6 for Bernal, he seemed to be just, moving right along. Retired the first 6 batters he faced, and here in the bottom of the third, just having a rough time. and they have hit the ball hard.
Yeah, definitely.
For Bernal, 27 pitches already in this inning. He's at 48.
1 on brings up the pitcher, number 8, Nick Matredes.
Nick Matredes to the plate. And Bernal starts him off with a strike.
Ball's carrying today. We see flags aren't moving very much, but we've seen some balls hit hard out there.
Which is strange because it seems like the air is kind of heavy. But yeah, they've really been flying around here. 0-1 pitch. Bernal misses up. 1-1. Bernal, a balk called as he started and stopped. So in to score is Cárdenas, and it is a 5-3 ball game. One and one to count, and Coach Curiel going to talk to the home plate umpire. So base is empty now. 2 down.
Blink of an eye, Jake. Game changes just like that. Now it's going to be Bernal's turn to try to keep his team in it.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Remember the last half we talked about Matredes just trying to keep his team in it, and baseball's crazy like that.
Yeah, gave up 3 runs in the top of the first, but kept the bats quiet in the second and third and gave these guys a chance, and they put up a 5 spot for him so far. Man, he fouled that one off, man. That one, look out over there. Goes off the fence and back into play. We'll do it again at 1-2. Strike 3 called. So Bernal will strike out Matredes for out number 3, but for the Tigers, 5 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error. No one left on base. Escamilla, Everett, and Gonzalez due up for Moody when we come back. Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
.361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Johnny Luna with AutoNation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. AutoNation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
Welcome back to the Staples Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Justin Perales, Jake Vasquez on the call. We got a brand new ball game here, Jake. Carroll Tigers scoring 5 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They're up 5-3 on the Trojans. It'll be Escamilla. Get you Escamilla, Everett, and Gonzalez, the bottom 3 of the lineup.
For the Moody Trojans, catcher number 27, Chris Escamilla.
First pitch going to miss up for ball 1.
Escamilla with a base hit through the left side his first time up, 1 for 1 in the ball game.
1-0 pitch going to be hit foul to the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 pitch, going to miss down for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. The junior catcher here for the Trojans. Trying to see if they can answer back now. 2-1 pitch going to be in there, called strike 2. Two pitch going to be popped up. Shortstop Martinez is going to call everybody off there. Going to make the play for out number 1. So that'll bring up the designated hitter, number 14, John Everett.
Number 14, Jonathan Everett.
Everett grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Matrides in the windup. First pitch going to be grounded to first baseman. Just going to get fouled though. For strike 1. Matrides still just going about his business.
Yeah, very even keel, man.
Doesn't rush, doesn't just kind of just goes about it.
Almost no emotion, right?
Yeah. 0-1 pitch going to miss outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Coach Marcelo and I talked about Nick Matrides and how they leaned on him heavily early in this season, and he took some losses where, you know, he did everything he could to keep him in the ball game. They were trying to figure themselves out early in the year. That pitch is fouled off, so 1-2 count. So
that's what it takes to mature. You just gotta keep maturing as the outings come along.
And that experience for him, just a junior, is invaluable. You know, he's gonna be the guy next year.
Yep. So the 1-2 pitch gonna miss high and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah. Two pitch going to be fouled again. So John Everett staying alive here. The 2-2 pitch going to be hit to the first baseman. First baseman Goddison is going to pick it up and fire to Matrides in time for out number 2. It's one thing we have seen though, Jake, and I mean you hear it. These Tiger fans, the fans for the Tigers have been all year, even through their losses. They were out here loud and cheering on their guys, and you'll hear loud today again today as we have the crowd mic on.
That too is important.
Very.
Not as important. I mean, more important than people realize. Josh Gonzalez to the plate for Moody. And Gonzalez looks at ball 1. He is 1 for 1. Singled his first time up.
One 0 pitch can be in there, called strike 1. So they get loud on a strike call.
Yes, they do. That's what you want, man. You want your crowd in at every pitch.
1-1 pitch going to be fouled to the right side. Going to get out of play.
You talk about the Tigers believing in themselves. I mean, these folks obviously, they've made them believers as well. So they come out excited, and it is exciting to watch. The Tigers have been a really fun team to watch the past couple of weeks. We didn't get to see them a lot early in the season, but
1-2 pitch can be hit to the left side, going to get through for a base hit. So Gonzalez with his second hit of the ball game, and that'll bring up back to the top of the lineup, AJ Hernandez. He is 0 for 1.
1 on for top of the order, center fielder number 8, AJ Hernandez.
Popped up his first time up, and then with a sac bunt. Pretty much all year, Jake, we talked about these two guys, the ones that just hit, and AJ just was a matter of time before they started getting those bats going. First pitch going to miss down for ball 1.
it's fun to watch guys. I mean, obviously it's not fun for them to go through the adversity, but fun to see them getting out of it and, working their way through things like that.
1-0 pitch going to miss high and away. Ball 2. So 2-0 count. Pretty hot hitter on deck here, so see what Coach Godiel does here with 2-0 count. Pitch can be hit to the second baseman. Second baseman going to flip to second just in time for out number 3.
So for Moody here in the top of the 4th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. Our score is 5-3 Carroll after 3.5. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. Last Vision live from Cabinets Field.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Pedales with the call for you tonight. Couple of good ball games, some 29-5A action from Cabinets Field. This one, the Carroll Tigers hosting the Moody Trojans, and the nightcap will be the Eagles hosting the Texans.
For the Carroll Tigers in the 4th inning, number 3, E.J. Cantu.
We head to the bottom of the 4th here. Carroll Tigers will send up 6, 7, 8 in the order. Cantu, Martinez, and Palomo. Marley Bernal back out on the mound for Moody. First pitch in the turf. Ball and no strikes. For Cantu, grounded out to second. His first at bat, that was in the 2nd inning, so 0 for 1 on the day. 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. 1-1. Breaking pitch misses up. 2-1 to count. Cantu batting from the left side, the right fielder. That one's going to be popped up. Third base side, slicing foul, and going to get out of play. 2-2. Third baseman Gonzalez gave it chase, but ran out of room. So the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cantu. Bernal from the windup. Comes the pitch, and that one is going to be ripped into left field. Going to get down for a base hit. Center fielder Hernandez makes the grab, gets it in quickly. So a leadoff single for Cantu, and here come the Tigers once again. Christian Martinez to the plate. Martinez, the young man who started things off for the Tigers in the bottom of the third when they scored those 5 runs. A leadoff single for him. He would come around to score. And that pitch in the turf, and again, Chris Escamilla does a great job keeping the ball in front. 1-0 the count. Cantu leads off first. Here comes the pitch. Ball and a strike on Martinez. Hear the yell from the dugout. Come on, burro. The loving nickname Christian Martinez has. Burro. That pitch in the turf. 2-1.
Usually you would not want to be called a donkey, but in this case, it's definitely it's meant in a positive term. Not the biggest of guys, but he's pretty stout for a little guy.
Three and one to count. Now I don't know how long they've been calling him that, but I know at least since freshman year.
Yeah.
Because that's the nickname he's had since.
Got to play with his brother growing up, and he was a little guy playing baseball at all our games and stuff. And
was he burro back then?
I don't remember, to be honest with you, but.
Swing and a miss, full count.
He was real little back then, Jake. I'm an older guy.
You're right, though, man. It seems like he's been playing baseball for Carroll forever. 2-2 pitch, and that one is going to be lifted out into left field. Going back, Rodriguez. It's not coming back. A 2-run home run for Christian Martinez and a 7-3 Carroll Tiger lead. Found a pitch he liked right there, and it left the ballpark. 7-0 Tigers. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth, and Coach Curiel back out to the mound. Going to talk to Bernal, and I think that's it for the young man. So Marley Bernal, he is done on the mound. They're going to bring in a reliever. So we'll be right back. You guys hang tight. Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Stable Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe, Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Stable Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas Athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Pitching change for Moody now on the mound. Number 5, Jojo Escobedo. So Jojo will take over. Bases empty, a 7-3 Tiger lead.
Now pitching for
and
the Moody Trojans, number 5.
See some numbers on Jojo. 18 and a third innings pitched, 3.82 ERA. He has allowed 12 runs, 10 earned on 17 hits. 8 walks and 28 strikeouts for the young man. Again, 18 and a third innings pitched for JoJo. So he'll take over here in the bottom of the 4th. And the Tigers have scored 7 unanswered. Trojans scoring 3 runs in the top of the 1st inning. But the Tigers, 5 in the bottom of the 3rd and 2 off the bat of Christian Martinez. An absolute bomb off the bat of Martinez. Giving
give the point up to the sky. Those of you that know him know that it's a special moment for him. So we'll leave it at that. But that's had to feel good for the young man.
Absolutely, Coach Marcelo telling me they are super happy to have that kid back. And you and I just mentioned it seems like he's been playing for the Tigers forever, and definitely the kind of guy that you want back in your starting lineup. Dave Palomo to the plate, and he will foul one off. Had a great at bat his first time up. Fouled off a ton of pitches, worked a walk, came around to score. That was in the 3rd. So 0-1 count. Escobedo from the windup. He misses outside. 1-1. There's a strike, 1-2. Two and two. Low and outside, full count. Swing and a miss. One away. So one down. And Chris Chavez to the plate.
Number 2, Chris Chavez.
Chavez singled. A single that loaded the bases in the bottom of the 3rd, and first pitch swinging, fouls one off, third base side out of play. Talked about JoJo Escobedo in the pregame show. Coach Curiel talking about the importance of relief pitching.
Yeah, definitely. Especially at this time when you have games so close to each other.
Right back up the middle, fielded by Gonzalez. Strong throw over to first in time. Nice play over there at short by Aiden Gonzalez. Saw Escobedo. He's a middle infielder too, and tried to field that one. Bounced right past him, but
Number 20, Gilbert Gonzalez.
2 down.
Plays a lot harder to make than it looked.
2 down for Gilbert Gonzalez, and Aiden Gonzalez tends to do that, making plays over there that makes him look real easy. A lot of times they're not. First pitch to Gonzalez, misses outside. Ball, no strikes. Gilbert lined out his first time up. Grounded into a fielder's choice in his last at bat. Ground ball to Gonzalez. Gonzalez bobbles it. Throw over to first is not in time. Skips away from Perales, and Gilbert Gonzalez took a tumble over there at first base. Walked that one off. So he'll reach on the error. An error on the throw by Gonzalez, and he just bobbled it a bit, but you talked about it the first time Gonzalez was racing up the base paths. He can run. running. He can run for a big kid, and Gonzalez, that little bobble, and it was just enough.
Number 9, Jeremiah
Yeah, looked like he tried to rush a little too much. Ball was hit pretty hard from Gonzalez.
J.J. Bush to the plate. J.J. 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. That pitch is on the outer half for a strike. Throw to first base, not in time. See the Ray Texans rolling up, exiting the bus over on the first base side as they are the visitors in the next ball game, and the Eagles are here sitting out in left field. 0-1 pitch in the turf, 1-1. Gonzalez leads off first, a 1-1 count here on Bush. Escobedo on the mound. Here comes the pitch. And it's going to miss inside. Two and one. Like JoJo trying to fix the landing spot up there.
Definitely not as lengthy as Bernal that was up there before him.
He's trying to get maybe a shorter. A close throw over there at first base. Morales holding the runner. 2-1 the count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Two-one pitch fouled off the leg of Bush. 2-2. Bush designated hitter in this ball game, and he too coming back from an injury and perhaps still trying to come back from that injury.
I believe he's had a few of them with the same injury a few times throughout the year, so Coach Marcelo just letting him hit and maybe save his legs a little bit more than you would if you had to play the field as well.
So 2-2 count. Runner on the move. The pitch is low and inside. The throw down to second base actually hits the runner Gonzalez, and he will get all the way to third base. So runner at third base. It's a full count on J.J. Bush. That one is going to be ripped down the right field line, but foul. Couldn't keep it fair. Put a good swing on it. So we'll do it again, full. Talked to J.J. Bush yesterday, quite a character. Actually, it was Wednesday. He's quite a character, man. You can tell he has a lot of fun and enjoys playing baseball and enjoys his teammates. It's one of the things he said. He said, man, he was the one who mentioned, the dugout being loud, and that's what we like, man. We like them to be loud.
Has
And
a lot to do with that.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Met him a few times. He likes to talk a lot. Those are the kind of guys you want, though, leading that dugout.
Full count on the young man. Escobedo would throw over to third base. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. So Bush will go down looking for out number 3. But the Tigers, they add 2 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. There was 1 error, rather, and 1 man left on base. Hernandez, Gonzalez, and Sanchez due up when we come back. Blast Vision Live from Cabinets Field.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. .361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez, Justin Perales with the call. We're in the top of the 5th inning through 4 innings of play. The Tigers with a 7-3 lead. Moody will send up 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Hernandez, Gonzalez, and Sanchez.
Derek got it going. Got it going the 1st inning. First pitch from Atreides. Gonna catch the outside for strike 1. So, no balls, 1 strike. Even fooled the scoreboard people here. 0-1 pitch can be hit to the right side. That ball's gonna get through for a single. So, leadoff single for Derek Hernandez, and that'll bring up the shortstop.
And that is Aiden Gonzalez wearing number 1 tonight. Wearing the gray on gray, the old school looking uni. And so they changed a couple of these guys have to change numbers, and Aiden's one of them, so he's going to be number 1.
I hadn't seen those until last week, so they just bringing those out.
1 on, nobody out.
Got cars honking at each other over here.
Pick off to first.
First pitch can be hit out in the center field. Gonzalez not having to move very much there, but makes the play for out number 1.
So 1 down for the right fielder, Damian Sanchez.
Sanchez lined out hard to right field his last time up. First pitch can be hit into left center. Chavez giving chase. Gonna make the play for out number 2. Couple steps away from the warning track there.
So 2 down.
2 down, 1 on.
James Perales the next batter.
Number 23, James
Senior first baseman for the Moody Trojans. Derek Hernandez, the runner at first base. Runner on the move. Throw down to second was in time. They'll tag Hernandez for out number 3. So for the Trojans, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 7-3 Carroll, Blast Vision Live from Cabinets Field.
Johnny Luna with Auto Nation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, There's more. AutoNation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Bottom of the 5th inning we go. Tigers will send up Hewitt, Cardenas, and Matredes. 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Against Jojo Escobedo, who came in relief. First pitch to Hewitt. Misses low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. So Easton Hewitt to the plate. And Hewitt is 0 for 1.
Had
Sac
a
fly.
strikeout and a sac fly that scored those 2 runs on a throwing error. Kind of sparked this comeback for the Tigers.
Escobedo going to miss outside. 2-0 the count. In the turf, 3-0. And that 3-0 pitch is going to miss for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk issued to Hewitt. Not exactly what the Trojans were looking for here. Leadoff man on, but exactly what the Tigers were looking for.
1 on for the first baseman, number 22, Diego Cardenas.
It's going to bring Diego Cardenas to the plate.
Tigers saw how fast they can score 5 runs. It could happen both ways, so Coach Marcelo going to try to get some more runs here.
There's a strike.
It felt like it happened in a blink of an eye that they put 5 up on the board. We've seen some crazy games this year, Jake.
Yeah, absolutely. Most teams in this district can put up a cricket number pretty quick on you. Tigers showing that they are definitely in that category. The pickoff move was to first base. Hewitt with the head first dive. Back in safely. An 0-1 count on Cardenas. Escobedo comes set at the belt, and another throw down to first base. Cardenas, he is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Struck out in the second, but an RBI triple in his last at bat. That was in the third. And another throw down to first base.
Seen JoJo do this a lot throughout the year, just
wearing out the runner at first base. Wearing out the turf over there is Easton Hewitt. Nice breaking pitch right there, and a throw down to first base, not in time. So 0-2 the count on Cardenas. Kind of lulls the batter to sleep maybe with all those pickoff moves, and then it comes with a nasty pitch. Another move to first base, not in time. pitch in the turf, gets away from Escamilla and headed to third base. Here comes the throw, and it is going to be in plenty of time as Hewitt rounded second, trying to get all the way to third base. And for the Trojans, they'll be happy to take a little bit of help from the Tigers right there. So one down, base is empty, and a 1-2 count on Cárdenas. Swing, foul tip into the mitt of Escamilla, 2 away.
Two down for the pitcher, number 8, Nick Matridis.
So Nick Matridis to the plate. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. Right side, going to get out of play. So just in the aggressiveness right there, I mean, you got to like the aggressiveness of the young man, and perhaps you're willing to, if you're Coach Marcelo, are you willing to do that with a lead?
I don't think Coach Marcelo wanted that, but at all, but especially with no outs. But can't fault the kid. He was hustling and just got caught. That pitch could be hit hard in the left field for a base hit. Matridis.
So a 2-out single for Nick Matridis.
Gotta think right there. I mean, I know it plays itself out, but I mean, if he's on second right there, that's a run. But it's easy to say that after the fact. But
courtesy runner for the pitcher is going to be number 7.
Courtesy runner number 7, Gavin Villegas.
Gavin Villegas. So Villegas at first base.
2 down, 1 on. Right fielder number 3, E.J. Cantu.
E.J. Cantu to the plate. Swing and a miss.
They always say, Jake, everybody's an expert after the fact.
Yep. Much easier to see how it would have turned out after the fact.
Yeah. Hewitt's one of those kids, though. You'll never see him not hustle.
Ground ball just inside the line and right all the way to the corner. Sanchez is going to have to make a throw, and he does get it in quickly. They'll have to hold the runner at third base, Villegas. But a double for E.J. Cantu. Now second and third for a young man who had a big swing in his last at-bat.
Just snuck that ball inside the line there. Bedala's holding the runner on. Looked like he dove towards the first base bag, but the ball was hit by him. So it's a big out here for the Trojans. Coach Marcelo will take a hit here.
So Cantu at second, Villegas at third, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Escobedo going to miss outside. 1-0. First base is open. In this situation, you got the freshman on deck. See what they choose to do with Christian Martinez. De Palomo's been seeing the ball pretty well. Had a couple of good at-bats. And the 1-0 pitch going to miss low and outside. 2-0. And they will put him on. So it's going to load up the bases for Palomo. Again, we mentioned just a freshman, but he's looks anyway like he's seeing the ball really well here today. His first at bat was a really good at bat. He saw 9 pitches, worked a walk, got himself on base, struck out in his last at bat. So he is 0 for 1. They'll take their chances with Palomo. After that long home run by Christian Martinez, maybe I would too. First pitch in there for a strike.
Escamilla, dangerous throw. Anytime you have a runner at third and you're throwing it to second base or even any base. He's been showing off the arm all day though.
And that one is going to be driven into left field. Going to get down for a base hit. Rodriguez throws it in, but 2 runs will score. So they give Palomo the opportunity, and he comes through for his team with a 2 RBI single and a 9-3 Tiger ball game. All of this with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. For the Tigers, runners at first and second, and they will send up the 9-hole hitter, Chris Chavez.
2 down, 2 on. Left fielder, number 2, Chris Chavez.
For the Tigers here, 9 unanswered here. 5 in the bottom of the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 2 here in the 5th. And they have Martinez dancing around over there at second base. First pitch missed, so a 1-0 count to Chavez. And Chavez is 1 for 2, singled his first time up, ground out in his last at bat. 1-0 pitch, outside corner, 1-1.
Same exact pitch there.
Yeah, Chavez is going to call timeout. Two and one. One pitch misses outside. So a 3-1 count on Chavez.
2-2. He called that a strike.
Oh, 2-2.
Yeah. Got everybody there.
There we go. 2-2. Looking up at the scoreboard. I thought I heard him call strike, and then I looked at the scoreboard, and, well, they got me. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. First and second for the Tigers. Chris Chavez at the plate. Jojo Escobedo on the mound for Moody. Pitch in the turf. Runners will advance to second and third. Full count on Chavez. Swing and a miss. So Chavez will go down swinging for out number 3, but for the Tigers, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. Trojans will send up Perales, Rodriguez, and Escamilla when we come back. Last Vision Live from Cabinets Field.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Stable Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe, Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Stable Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas Athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Moody coming to the plate. They'll send up 5, 6, 7 in the order. Perales, Rodriguez, and Escamilla trailing 9-3 in the ball game. Trojans looking for some base runners. James Perales was at the plate when Derek Hernandez was thrown out at second base, so he'll get a fresh start. And a ground ball over to the first baseman, Cardenas, one away. So one down for Roman Rodriguez.
Left fielder number 3, Roman Rodriguez.
Roman going to call timeout here. Rodriguez 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch in there, called strike, so Matrides doing what Matrides does. Wonder what the percent this game is on first pitch strikes, Jake. Has to be very high.
I could probably tell you. We'll look it up here.
That pitch going to miss down for ball 1.
See if, pretty sure it's calculating it as we go. So let's see what we've got for first pitch strikes.
That 1-1 going to miss down, ball 2.
How about 18 of the 23 batters he's faced?
It's not bad. I'm not good at math, so I'm not going to even try to solve that. That 2-1 pitch can be fouled back.
We can get the percentage on it too. You want the percentage? I'll get it for you, my friend. Let's see what
Some
that
people
comes
have
to
that
here.
Capability to count that in their head. I'm not.
Yeah,
not one of those people.
no, definitely not one of those people either.
So 2-2 count here to Rodriguez.
About close to 80%.
2-2 pitch, going to be hit to left field. But Martinez is going to run back and make the play for out number 2. So everything going right for the Tigers here.
2 down for the catcher.
Over the shoulder grab by Christian Martinez, and
that'll bring up Chris Escamilla.
Another interesting little stat right here that I noticed for Nick Matrides: 54 pitches thrown, 41 for strikes.
That's efficient.
Yeah, absolutely.
First pitch in there, called strike 1. Got to think. I mean, you could tell your team to take pitches and stuff, but when he's throwing strikes, you're just falling behind. 0-1. In umpire flinch there, got me. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to call it, and he got the scoreboard up there. They put it as an 0-2, but he never actually called it. Started to go through the motion.
1-1 pitch can be hit hard past the third baseman for a hard single. You don't see that guy miss very many balls over there.
No, you don't. You definitely do not. But that one was really hit hard by Chris Escamilla. Isaac Vidal will come in to run for the catcher, courtesy runner over at first base. And Jonathan Everett to the plate.
Courtesy runner at first base, number 4, Isaac Vidal.
Both the Trojans and the Tigers with 8 hits in the ball game, but the Tigers just made the most of theirs.
14, Jonathan Everett.
Matrides able to scatter the Trojans' 8 hits.
First pitch going to hit Everett, so hit by pitch, and that'll bring up the third baseman, number 9, Josh Gonzalez. Gonzalez 2 for 2 on the day.
Tigers so far scoring most of their runs with 2 outs, and the Trojans see if they can use the same formula here. Got a couple of base runners here for the senior third baseman.
Third baseman, number 9, Josh Gonzalez.
First pitch, Gonzalez in there, called strike one.
Name Treaties, man, he doesn't change a thing, and it's sticking to the formula.
No matter who's on base, no
go.
matter how many people are on base, he
Right.
just goes about his business, and been very impressed with this young man. 0-1 pitch can be hit to the second baseman. Estrada going to flip it over to first in time for out number 3.
So for the Trojans, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Gonzalez, Bush, and Hewitt due up for Carroll. Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. $361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning for the Carroll Tigers. They will send up top of the order Gonzalez, Bush, and Hewitt. New pitcher on the mound for the Moody Trojans. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 0 ERA. He has allowed 1 run. It was unearned. 3 hits, 4 walks, and 10 strikeouts. Again in 5 2/3 innings pitched. He does have 1 start.
For the Carroll Tigers, top of the order, center fielder number 20, Gilbert Gonzalez.
And some relief experience as well. Rodriguez, a junior. Gilbert Gonzalez will dig in for the Carroll Tigers. And the first pitch to Gonzalez is going to miss outside for ball 1. Gilbert lined out in the first, reached on a fielder's choice, came around to score in the 3rd, and then reached on an error in the 4th. So Gilbert is 0 for 3. And the 1-0 pitch is low and outside, 2-0. Get you the final line for Bernal and Escobedo right after this 2-0 pitch. And Rodriguez misses outside, 3-0. So for Bernal, 3 innings pitched, 7 runs on 5 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. And 3-0 pitch is in the turf. So a 4-pitch walk issued to Gonzalez. He'll make his way to first base. 1 on for the Tigers, and J.J. Bush to the plate. Bernal on the hook for the loss, unless the Trojans can tie it or take the lead.
Designated hitter,
Jojo Escobedo,
Jeremiah Bush.
2 innings pitched. He allowed 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Pitch on the way, and that one is going to be ripped into right field. Going to get down just inside the line in the corner. And Sanchez, they're waving. There's going to be a throw at the plate, and it's not in time as they were waving Gonzalez around. Saw Coach Marcelo, almost a home plate himself, waving Gonzalez around. So it's going to be an RBI double for J.J. Bush, and a 10-3 Tiger lead.
Runner at second base for third baseman, number 19, Easton Hewitt.
Easton Hewitt to the plate. For Hewitt, struck out in the first, sac fly in the third, walked in his last at bat. That was in the fifth, so he's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Rodriguez leaning in for the sign. He's going to take a peek over at Bush at second base. And here comes the pitch, and that one is going to be grounded up the middle, fielded by Gonzalez, the shortstop, over to first in time. And Bush will advance to third, so one down. And a runner at third base for Diego Cardenas. Looks like we'll have a pinch runner.
1-7. Bettis coming in to run.
One down, first baseman, number 22, Diego Cardenas.
So Diego Cardenas will dig in. And he's 1 for 3. Struck out in the second. RBI triple in the third. Came around to score. Struck out in the fifth. Pitch in the turf. 1-0. Trojans scoring 3 runs in the top of the first inning. And Nick Matrides had just really went to work after that. Gave his team a chance, and they have not let him down. Scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the third, 2 in the bottom of the fourth, 2 in the bottom of the fifth, 1 here in the bottom of the sixth. And have a runner at third base with 1 out. And the infield in for Moody. Got to the nest at the plate. Here comes a pitch. There's a strike. 1-1. That's one thing about this home plate umpire. He'll give you the corners.
Yeah,
that's
for
for sure. He's been consistent on both sides, and
it's always the veteran umpire. Doesn't get too caught up in the game. Just goes about his business back there. Got to respect that.
throw down to third base. Check it on Bettis, the pinch runner. You know the dugout's rowdy when they're stealing your chants.
Not necessarily their chant.
A 1-1 pitch. And that one is grounded third base side, fielded by Gonzalez, but in foul territory.
Stealing the fans' chants.
Right.
You should say.
1-2. Swing and a miss. So Cardenas goes down swinging for out number 2. Nick Matrides to the plate.
Number 8, Nick Matrides.
Pitch in the turf, squirts away from Escamilla, but not too far. Almost said Escobedo. Say a name too much and then went to the Esc and forgot the ending. 1-0 the count here on Matrides. Rodriguez delivers high. 2-0. Bet is at third base. Pitch, grounded to Hernandez at second. Over to first in time to retire. Matrides for out number 3, but for the Tigers, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. Hernandez and Gonzalez due up. Top of the order for Moody. Blast Vision live from Cabinets Field.
Johnny Luna with Auto Nation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. Auto Nation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
Welcome back to the Staples Street Meat Market broadcast table, booth, bleachers.
Space.
Justin Pedales, Jake Vasquez on the call. The Trojans are down to the last 3 outs here, unless they can do something in this inning.
They got the right guys coming up,
Yeah,
the guys you would want.
Hernandez, Gonzalez, 1, 2, 3.
Nick Matrides still out on the mound for the Carroll Tigers. We've got him at 62. Let me see what the official pitch count is. Let me just take a little step back out here.
61.
He's 61. And Justin had it right.
Oh,
that boy Justin.
Didn't even realize I was on 61.
You're
when
on
you said
point.
62, I thought you were reading mine. Oh.
No. I was reading mine. I had it wrong.
Doesn't happen often.
Top of the order for the Moody Trojans.
So AJ Hernandez is going to lead it off here. First pitch, going to miss away for ball 1.
61 pitches coming into the 7th inning. I mean,
can't get any better than that.
No, not a whole lot better than that. That's for sure.
That pitch going to be hit foul. Down right field line. Just hooking right in front of the bag. Kind of capped it. Ball was hit pretty hard though for a capper. Guess we'll get you some score updates as we go on to the second game of our doubleheader. Ray Texans against the Veterans Memorial Eagles.
Big ball game for those two clubs as well.
That pitch going to catch the outside for strike 2.
Eagles picking up a big win on Tuesday over Gregory Portland, getting themselves a share of the top spot for now.
1-2 pitch going to be hit out in the left field. Gonzalez giving chase. Going to make the play. Just talk about it, Jake. Everything's just going their way. Ball was hit hard to left center, and Gilbert Gonzalez making the play.
For AJ Hernandez, man, all you can do is tip your hat, man. He did everything he could. And Gilbert Gonzalez just making a great play out there in center, in left center. Went a long way to get it and makes the grab one away.
So Derek Hernandez steps up here. He is 2 for 3 on the day. Pitch gonna be in there, called strike 1.
That outside corner, home plate umpire, he likes it.
All game, all night. 0-1 pitch, gonna be fouled off to the right side.
You look out in center field, and Gonzalez, well, now he's more straightaway center, but looked like he was shading to the right, and I don't remember looking to see if he was shading to the right.
He was a little bit over there, closer to the S&D and CCISD out there.
Yeah, he went a long way, Justin.
That is a D1 outfielder right there. Going to be playing ball at Prairie View A&M out in Houston. SWAC conference. The 1-2 pitch going to be fouled back.
You know, something very interesting that Derek said, and I'm kind of giving away the pregame for tomorrow, but it's worth saying, you know, He's been very successful at the plate for the Trojans, even in this ball game, a couple of hits. And I asked him about it, and he said he felt like
1-2 pitch, another hit there for Hernandez.
Right on cue.
Right on cue.
And he said his answer was early on, I didn't feel like I was doing enough for my team. And so I decided to put in extra work in the cages and to do his part. And man, you just if you're Derek Hernandez's teammate, you gotta love what that young man not just said. It wasn't just words. He went out and did it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There's two kinds of players. There's ones that pout and feel sorry for themselves, or there's the ones that go after it and just get back to work. That pitch gonna be hit to the left side. Gonna get through for another base hit. So
back-to-back singles.
Singles here, and that'll bring up Damian Sanchez.
So the Trojans have out-hit the Carroll Tigers, but where the numbers are in the Tigers' favor is where it really counts, and that's the runs. 10-3 Tigers, but 2 on with 1 out here for the Trojans. Going to need a big 2-out rally.
At this point, you're just going to keep passing it on.
Well, let's just 1 out right here, but
first pitch going to be called strike. Matrides, I mean, you said it all game, Jake. Just all right, we got some runners on. Let me just keep going. Let me just
that's
keep
what his heart may be racing and we don't know it, but he sure doesn't show it.
That pitch going to miss outside, ball 1.
Super cool cat.
Got to respect the guy who just sticks to his game plan and doesn't worry about anything else but throwing the ball over the plate. And his defense has looked good so far. Only 1 mistake early on. That pitch is going to be hit to the first baseman. Cardenas going to touch first base for out number 2.
Runners will advance to second and third, so 2 runners in scoring position, but with 2 outs. And the next batter will be the Trojan first baseman, James Perales.
James Perales.
James, I want to say first pitch swinging in each at bat so far. Let's see if he breaks away from that.
First pitch called strike 1.
Yeah, probably not the one you want to swing at anyways. Not a whole lot he probably could have done with that.
0-1 pitch, going to miss outside for ball 1.
The Carroll faithful, they definitely wanted that one, but he went a little bit too far outside with that one, did Matrides.
Smart pitching, though, to see,
trying to see
how much more he'll give you.
Yeah, see if maybe James will chase. But I was going to call timeout, granted by the home plate umpire. So 1-1 count here on the senior first baseman.
1-1 pitch can be popped into left field. Chavez giving chase. Going to make the play for out number 3.
And that is the final, folks, as the Carroll Tigers will get the win. 10-3 the final in this one. And Tigers will take it. Let's get you some final totals on this ball game. Let me get to the right screen here. For the Moody Trojans, 3 runs on 10 hits. They committed 2 errors. For the Carroll Tigers, 10 runs on 9 hits. They committed 1 error. The loss goes to Marley Bernal. And 3 innings pitched for the young man. He allowed 7 runs all earned on 5 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. And the win goes to Nick Matrides. He goes the distance for the Carroll Tigers, 7 innings pitched. He allowed 3 runs, 1 earned on 10 hits. No walks or strikeouts, but Matrides gets it done, and he gets the win. And the Carroll Tigers
staying alive.
Yeah, absolutely staying alive. They will leapfrog the Trojans in the standings, and they are now 5-7 in district play, 14-11-1 overall, and the Moody Trojans will drop to 4-7 in district play, 15-10 overall for the Moody Trojans. And we're not going to do a post-game show. They're probably going to get this game going.
Looks like it's getting even darker out here, Jake. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit too. So.
And we've got a long pregame show coming up as well. So if they try to get this one going in time, they're not going to give us a whole lot of time to to get the, well, maybe we will get a post-game show. We see our post-game girl out there. If she can get it quick enough. I don't know that she will, though. Let's see if we can give her a call and let her know. Yeah, we're gonna let her know. No post game for this one. We would have loved to talk to the Carroll Tigers. Honestly, we would have loved to talk to the Carroll Tigers, but it's hard to get those post game shows with when you're the first game and be able to get our pregame show in there as well. So we're gonna give you the pregame show for this next one, and we'll hear from the Ray Texans and we'll hear from the Veterans Memorial Eagles as well. So that is our final 10-3. The Carroll Tigers take the win. And we'll take a short break, and then we'll get you the pregame show going for this next one. Veterans Memorial Eagles hosting the Ray Texans in the next ball game. We'll see you guys in just a few. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales signing out. We'll be right back. Blast Vision Live from Cabinets Field.